grader blades and plows have long since cleaned city streets. Melting, forced by salt, is finishing the job. But out on the highway, snow whipped back across the road by high winds has paralyzed travel. Fortunately, help's on the way. This community planned ahead to minimize the traffic paralysis.
Oh,
Men
plan ahead!
shy a night's sleep, and powerful machines that don't care what time it is are hard at work, reopening the highways to break the logjam of traffic waiting back in town.
Snow's
If you own a home
coming.
in New York City, you could be missing out on a new program that's giving homeowners over $19,000.
The Cat Wheel Loader, one of the newest prime movers for snow handling equipment, is appearing in increasing numbers each season across the snowbelt. Elsewhere, one of the machines you're likely to find leading the counterattack is the familiar Cat Motor Grader. Next to your own snow shovel, probably the most experienced snow-moving tool in widespread use. Various configurations of the Cat Grader and Loader give a complete line to fit varying conditions. Both prime movers can be supplied with a variety of specialized tools.
Oh, we're gonna
that
fast
tailor
forward through
the
this.
peculiar abilities of the long wheelbase grader and short.
I want to see the real stuff.
Whatever attachments you choose, the changeover at the end of summer is comparatively simple. The bucket was removed from this Cat 944 Traxcavator, for example, and the wing and V-plow pin-mounted by 2 men and a hoist truck in less than an hour. Simplified changeover means your loader or grader won't be sidelined for precious hours of an early storm.
Come on
hits.
back, Mike.
Just
Come on
drive
back,
in,
a little
connect the
more.
plow with the same
Back it
pins
up.
used to connect the bucket, and the machine is ready to go. Traxcavator hydraulics control both plow and wing. Here's the same model, the medium-sized 944 at work on a county road, making quick work of a new layer of snow.
We don't have this. I don't have
The
this.
larger 966, similarly equipped with ohm steel plow and wing, working in heavier snow. Another 966 runs interference for the first cars through after a heavy fall.
That's nice. That's nice.
Widening the road on the return trip, both plow and wing are used to push back snow wedged aside in the opening pass.
Jeez, it don't snow like that here anymore. What
The
happened?
wing, hydraulically controlled from the cab, can be raised and angled to any position, or used horizontally at heights to 5 feet for shaving off banks as protection against
I know,
driftback.
Jamie.
Winging is not only good wind insurance, but prevents buildup from doubling the volume to be moved on the next pass. Good visibility and responsive hydraulic actuation lets the operator clear close to bridge railings and other obstructions. Note that one man easily controls machine, plow, and wing.
Oh, I know, Henry. I know. That's what my area used to look like
Steering
in the
with the rear
50s,
wheels
before
makes the
they
cat
built
loader
everything.
Unnatural for maneuvering close to parked cars. One of the biggest headaches in urban snow removal.
Oh, he cut close! He cut close!
Loading
Look at those
machine through
cars.
traffic from one job to the next.
This must be
is
60s.
No problem in two-wheel drive travel range. Short radius rear wheel steer again comes in handy for close quarter turnarounds. Unexcelled maneuverability, plus one lever power shifter.
Yeah, that's nice.
Gets the Traxcavator
That's
at
nice.
work on the new job fast.
No, North
Now
Texas, not
downshifted
maybe
to
after the
four-wheel drive
apocalypse.
to break open drifts that would really bog down older equipment.
After the
Because the
snowpocalypse.
plow is mounted just like the bucket, the lift mechanism can be used to top off heavy drifts a slice at a time.
All right, hold on. Hold on. We'll watch more of that next time. I got something else, too. Just kind of want to roll through this. I didn't pull this off of the internet yet, so it's still on the internet. So you might see some commercials, and plus I got to turn my commercials off in a minute. But I wanted to show this one too. This one's cool. Love the music.
Meet the Pinto. Just born. Ford's Pinto is priced like a small economy import, but it's frisky, with a wider stance than any little import, so you won't be pushed around by the wind. And
It's
Pinto's
frisky.
strong, built to run and run and run. Pinto, a little better idea at your Ford dealer.
We'll just run a little bit of
Here
this.
we are at the Demolition Derby, folks, where the old model cars will knock each other around. Hey, Sacco, how come you're using your new Ford Pinto?
Observe. Pinto's the only American car.
Yeah.
Like Jaguar and Ferrari.
The firing pin.
Pinto's the only American car that comes with a standard 4-speed transmission for snappier action. And Pinto's got rugged, oversized brakes. Pinto turns in a smaller circle than the leading import.
Listen to the fake audio.
Yeah. Easy repairs. Inexpensive parts. Or you can change bumpers or fenders quicker than those other cars can. Pinto's hard to hit.
What was that, a
Easy
bicycle
repairs.
bumper?
The winner, Pinto. It's hard to hit, easy to fix. A little better idea from Ford.
All right, we'll do
Ford's
one
new
more.
Pinto lets you say goodbye to a lot of extra servicing. Goodbye because Pinto needs half the oil changes of the leading import. Goodbye because Pinto needs 1/6 the chassis lubes. Pinto's so simply designed you can change spark plugs yourself. It's averaged over 25 miles a gallon in simulated city and suburban driving. Goodbye because Pinto's brakes are self-adjusting. Goodbye because Pinto's paint finish never needs waxing. Goodbye because
What?
unlike many imports, Pinto's zinc plates key underbody parts to prevent rust. So say hello to Pinto and goodbye to a lot of extra servicing.
Oh, that was great. Hold on. I'm coming in. Hold on. That was great. Give me a minute. Oh, jeez. Oh, I got to read that. I'm going to read that back. Hold on. Oh, it's great comments. Hold on. Let me come back up to the top. All right, so Henry's here. Big Dog Repair Archmate. Hello, Jamie O. Good evening to all. Drunken Jim says, hey, everybody. Jamie O says, be thankful you don't have all this white stuff. I know, right? The earth has a fever. Yeah. Henry says, oh, don't. We're not done yet. I've been checking the weather reports. The snow's coming. Henry says, be thankful. Imagine if it snowed like that now, we'd be locked in for years. Yeah, because we don't use these big machines anymore. What the hell do we use now? What kind of crap do we have now? Mayor says North Texas would never look like that. Yeah, he said, wait till the snowpocalypse. Jamie O says, roll call. Jim says, I want one of those just to do my driveway. I know. Pinto. Jamie O says, Pinto. Bravo goes, good evening, gents. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, of course, everybody. And belated Xmas. Henry says, Steel Pinto. I remember them. Yeah. Ken goes, self-destroying fuel tank at no charge. That's a good one. Steve Small Engine says, hello. Maida goes, just hit it from behind and you'll get warm. Jamie O says, how about the AMC Gremlin? I know, I like those. With the 360 motor. Ken says, Joey Chetwood, who is that? Barry Walt says, hey, Arch, we had a bad one in 77, 78 here in Illinois. Yeah, that's kind of probably where they are. I was in high school. It shut everything down for 3 days. We've had them up here. We get snowpocalypse. Brian Rose says, Micro Maverick. Yeah, the Maverick was a better car, I think, in a lot of ways. It was like the poor man's Mustang. Ken says, see your funeral director sooner, right? Yeah. Comes with free funeral services. It's horrible, right? They didn't all blow up. That's not true. And that's like that other one. What was the? Oh my God, that guy that wrote that book, Unsafe at Any Speed for What was that car again? You guys know what I'm talking about. He goes, what a beautiful looking auto. They weren't bad cars, right? I'd rather have the Corvair was the one that was unsafe at any speed. A friend of mine bought one. He bought it. It was in nice shape. I liked it. He goes, American car design is at its best. Yeah, I think, Ralph Nader. Yeah, Ken says, the Corvair. Yeah, the Corvair. Henry says, Chevy Vega. That's another one. They used to rebuild those big engines and go down the highway. It was cheap to work on them. Yeah, I remember a guy put a Chevy 350 in there. You just shoehorn it in. Just don't get rear-ended and you'll be fine, Steve says. Yeah, absolutely. You'll be okay. So now I've got all these different buttons going on again. Let me take this off. I don't need this. So back to the button thing. I'll come back to Restream another time. Probably do that like once a month. It's a different setup. What I really need to do Restream is like a USB mic mixer. Because, you guys know that I've been on Restream. You select one camera and one audio input. Depending on what mic you want to use. Well, I use all kinds of inputs. Both camera-wise and microphone. This is actually coming from the internet, but it's being played on a monitor, and that monitor is the audio and the visual being picked up by OBS, and then I'm rebroadcasting that out to you, so I get the audio that goes with it, or at least it should have been there. But you can't do that with Restream. Like I played like an intro last week, and you couldn't hear it because I would have had to have switched from this microphone over to. Actually, no, I don't have an input set up for that. I don't have a physical input. So you'd have to have like a physical input. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to play it off of another computer, but then you have to have media on another computer plugged into here, into the switcher, right? The AV switcher. And then you could play from that. You could do my laptop or something, but then I'd have to set it all up, and I can't be so last minute. Like this is last minute. What I want to play too is, not today, but maybe next time, I was looking for some smaller compact tractors, some of the ones that I like, the older ones. And I wanted to get some like plow and bucket and snow and dirt footage. Not necessarily lawn cutting, but just something a little bit different, some of the older things. So I started looking around out there. I didn't find anything I really liked. I found this stuff, and I was like, ooh, okay, all right. And then I started watching it, and the time went by, and I just forgot about, because I wanted to find something a little bit different. But I'll find some stuff. I know there's one where a guy is plowing with his Simplicity Sunstar. A bunch of years ago when I got the Sunstar, I started looking for Sunstar stuff. There's actually very little of it, or at the time there was very little of it on the web. So, in terms of like videos, people that have them will do some walkarounds and stuff. But I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't have to be Sunstar. Like I just was looking for Sunstar stuff. It could be anything. I just want to see some of the older footage of people like maybe dealer footage of like, it can plow snow, it can cut your lawn, it can pull the whatever behind it. Like I want to find something like that. So eventually, if you guys know of anything, you can send me links. So let's see what you guys are up to. And by the Vega, my neighbor had a Vega. It was a train station car. And it had the aluminum block engine in it. And he had it for a while, but I guess it wasn't well taken care of. And the block warped, and those things would smoke. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, don't get rear-ended. And he goes, oh, yeah. Henry goes, oh, yeah, shut those ads off. Yeah, hold on. Let me do that now. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. I think I got everything else set up. If you make like one change on your setup page, it will turn the ads on. So like if you go back in and you want to add something to the description, because like I said, a lot of times it's last minute. So you go back in and you add something, whatever, and you come back, and you have to go back and check the checkbox to turn monetization off again. Because it wants to put it on, right? They want you to get paid. He goes, Peter says, yeah, what'd you have with the Vega, or did you have the Pinto? My neighbor had a mustard yellow Vega. That's the one that my neighbor had too. It was probably a very popular size. Yeah, all hatchback. It was another neat little car, but again, the engine was not good. Steve says his first car was a 72 Vega. I remember this guy that I worked with, he put like a Chevy 350 in it, and it was a scary fast car. I thought it was going to shake itself apart. But, you know, like, I don't know how you would get to the plugs. I don't think there was even a way to get them out unless you drilled holes through the gun walls, whatever, and poked your wrench through it. But he goes, I run an ad blocker. Sorry to those who get paid for them. Well, the ad blocker is supposed to pay if you buy the one from YouTube. You're probably running one of those other ones. He goes, but trust me, I find them way more annoying than any revenue they generate. Yeah. Peter says, we had a 74 Vega wagon. It was pronounced dead. I fixed it, drove it until 93. Oh, God. Yeah. Don Hardy V8 Vega kit. Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. I remember. Yeah. Yeah, I guess those cars are all gone for the most part. I mean, I don't even when I was doing a lot of car shows and stuff, and this was 15 years ago, right? Yeah, I didn't see a lot of that. There was a few, but I didn't see a lot of it. You know, what you saw was like cars like mine, Camaros, Novas. I'm sorry I got rid of the 73 Camaro that was here. Of course, I'm sorry I got rid of my Nova, too. And also sorry I got rid of everything else. But maybe one day I'll get something again. I don't know. It's too expensive now. It's become ridiculously. Everything is expensive. Kenny was just saying his daughter got a new car, which he helped out with, and it's ridiculously expensive for everything. That Vega and the Pintos and the Mavericks, they were, with the 6-cylinder, if you got one with the 6, they were decent little cars for, I think generally like the list price was a little over $1,300, something like that, plus, you know, dealer tax incentives, whatever, state tax, registration fees, and whatever else they could stick on there. So I don't know what the equivalent would be. $4,000 today, $5,000 today. I remember back in the 90s, I want to say, one of the girls in my neighborhood, she bought a Hyundai, and they were like $6,000. You know, brand new Hyundai, so she could go back and forth to school and her job, and she bought it. And it was a decent little piece of junk, but it was an affordable new car. Now, nothing's affordable. I can't afford to buy a new car. It's actually hot in here today. I'm not used to it. It's warm in here today. It's what is it? It's 48 degrees outside. I should open a window in a minute. It's just been raining all day. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 50. I want to say 50s. So we're going to get up here, we're going to get a couple of days of nice weather. Well, no, excuse me. We might get a couple of days of warmer weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be nice, but we'll see. I see a lot of rain in the forecast, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, the Hardy kit, let's see. Steve says, Don Hardy Vega. And Steve says, they were cool-looking cars, but horrible engines and total rust buckets. Yeah, especially up here with the salt and everything. Ken goes, Hardy kit had motor mounts, mid-plate, and headers. Yeah, sweet. Oh, and the Datsun B210 was nice. Yeah, that was a pretty cool car. And the other Datsun, too, the one that the Opel. The Opel had the Manta, and it had that other one, too. Let me see if I can bring up the text window again. I wanted to actually resize it a little bit and make it a little bit bigger. So I might want to do that. Let's pop out the chat window. Right. And let me bring it over here. Let's see if I remember how to do that now. Split screen. Right. And hold on, split screen and split screen. How did I do that again? Is it this one, this lock? Yeah. Okay, so I see it there. Can I make it bigger? No, I want to lock that one down. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Now, how do I make it bigger? I just want to see, fellas. Give me a minute. See if I could just stretch it. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And then pull it down. There's got to be another way to do this, though. I think you have to do like a free-form stretch. So if right now I'm in a good position, but I wanted to bring it over a little bit more. Maybe something like that. I don't know if that's any better. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. I'll fool around with it again, but just to make it a little bit bigger, you know. Let's see, Cosworth. Yeah, the Cosworth figure. Yeah, the Opel GT and the Manta GT and the Cadet Wagon. I drove those cars. I've seen Bravos' neighbor with the Cosworth Vega. I've seen those, and the black and gold. Yeah, those were nice. They were pretty sporty. I like the Opel Manta and the Opel GT. Hey, Blarney. When back in the 70s, all these small 3- and 4-cylinder turbo engines by American car companies with bad transmissions. Yeah, like in the 70s, yeah. Yeah, some of them did have kind of crappy transmissions, come to think of it. They weren't that good. Let's see, I don't want to go out of focus. Yeah, I don't have all the lights on. Let's see, it's a little dark. That's a little bit better. Right? Yeah, that'll help a little bit. It's so bright, and then I have lights on me, and, you know, horrible. But, you know, pretty cool cars. So I still want to find some footage on some of the older, small, like, subcompact, compact tractors. Not the lawn tractors. No. I mean, unless you're talking, like, 60s Craftsmans, and like the one that I have in the yard, that older one, or the old Simplicity Sovereign. I'll see what I can dig up. You can't be too picky, you know. Oh, yeah, and I had the Volkswagen here, too. Yeah, a little while back. He goes, we just hit Junker and got a VW Beetle for $100. Yeah, I had the staff car, the convertible version of it. That was pretty cool. But I didn't want it because I didn't want a convertible VW, even though I was making that thing mint, and it really did come out mint. Plus, I owed the fellow some money, and I'm like, well, if we just sell it, he has his money and I don't have to deal with it. But I didn't want it because to me, a Volkswagen, first of all, I don't like convertible cars. I don't really care for them. And secondly, the Volkswagen in particular, I don't like because it's not really a very strong car without its roof. It's not a very strong car with its roof. But the roof is like quintessential to a VW. It's that weird bubble top. Where are you going to get that? You got to get that in a VW. So I always liked the top of the VW. I thought that was its selling point to me. I really liked it. And you cut that off and make a convertible out of it. I don't want it. Totally don't want it. You know? Oh, the Thing. Yeah. Ken says the Thing. My neighbor had a Thing for the longest time. And another one, before I moved out here, the two cars I was thinking about taking with me and maybe buying, there was an orange Thing, and then for years, my friend Arthur, who's Italian, there was Italians in my neighborhood, among other people. Somebody had an Avanti, and I didn't know what the hell it was. He goes, no, you don't understand what that car is. You should buy it. You should offer to buy it. It's a better car than a Nova. It's better than this. You should have that. It's going to be worth money someday. And I didn't listen to him. I wanted my Nova. I wanted a hot rod Nova. I should have bought the Avanti. It was kind of ugly. The nose was ugly, like, ugh. But they had really cool motors in them. They had nice suspensions. They were nice cars. I should have bought it. Yeah, I didn't listen to him. And the Studebaker, yeah. And then my other neighbor, when I was much younger, he had a lawn sprinkler business, and he had one of those big old Chrysler Imperials, like a 50s one, the big one, with the Hemi motor in it, and he would tow around that gigantic air compressor on the back at certain times a year, and he would blow out the sprinkler systems. And at some point, then it lived on the back of that car and it never came off. And I guess as he got older, things changed, right? And he didn't do that job as often. And then I remember around the time of like, I don't know, sometime after high school, he started storing newspapers in it. And that's a big car. You know how people like back in the day, they stored old newspapers and they would pile them up everywhere, like the hoarder stuff. And then I remember looking at it, I'm like, man, this thing is packed with newspapers. So I don't know what happened to it. It just sat there out in the street. Oh, the Bricklin. Yeah. He goes, I had the 383. No, excuse me, the 283, a 289, a 302, a 350, a 305, a 390, a 289 HP, the 400 Ram Air. What else did I have? 318. Oh God, there must be something else. Yeah, I mean, those are the engines that I remember personally having, some of which I rebuilt, for the most part. So those are all the motors that I remember having. Of course, I knew people that had 440s and everything else. And my friend Arthur I helped him build a 409, and then I helped him break it in. But then he got married, and he had to sell the car. Yeah. And that Camaro that was here was his, and Eddie over at Piston Race Engine did that 350 4-bolt main, and it was sweet. And I guess another reason why I feel bad for selling it. Oh, my heart is breaking right now. You're watching it happen. I just cry. I miss all that stuff. Now I have, what is it? The 6-cylinder, it's the Vortec. What is it? 3 point something? I don't even remember. 4.6 liter Vortec 6-cylinder Chevy engine from the 90s, which is a good motor with the 4L60 transmission. So that tranny is actually very good. Let me see. 79 Bricklin, yeah. He goes, I found a 12 Edsels for sale. One was the wagon with the rear AC. Ooh, the Edsels were nice. Oh, the old Marlin. And he says, yeah. Oh, I forgot all about that stuff. Boneyard says, hey, Boneyard. Precursor to the Charger. America was always good at building cars, like the Buick Electra 225. Yeah, but never could build a good. Yeah, it did have a problem with. We weren't very good at the econo boxes. Definitely not. You're right. 225 inches long. Yeah, my God. 409, 348W motor. Yep, that's what it looked like. What was funny is, we live down by the water, and this is the South Shore, right? So when he started fooling around with some of the 409 stuff, he actually went down to one of the marinas and was picking up a lot of marine stuff. Because back in the day, a lot of those marine motors were Chevy 409s. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah. Because before the 454, which in the 396, became the thing. He goes, Bravo says, I have a 409 short block back in my garage. Really? Let's see, Ken says, my 70 LT1 is still on the stand in Mom's basement. Oh, nice. Steve says, I'll keep my 97 Ranger. And you know what? I'll keep my van. That's why I've been putting money into it. I'm going to put some more of that stuff out on my channel, just because. It's good wintertime stuff. Slowly. I'm working on that Odyssey battery video now, actually. Because that's an expensive battery, and I figured I'd put that out there. W motor, combustion chamber in the cylinder head. Yeah, I know. I remember that. And it had valve reliefs in the cylinder walls. And I remember when we first started looking at that when he was doing it in his basement, and I was definitely fascinated by the combustion chamber design. So was he. I was like, there really isn't a combustion chamber. It's a combustion cylinder design. Everything takes place in the cylinder. Because it's like you say, it's like a flathead. There's just a little bit of relief in it. Crazy. It was good stuff. Breaking it in, it ran really hot, and he got scared, right? And he's usually, a pretty conservative guy, and he was really concerned. He was like, "What do I do?" I said, "Well, it was a nice day. It was warm out. It was hot out. It was summertime." I said, "Well, do you want to break it in?" And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Well, either you didn't build it right, which you're telling me that can't be because Eddie worked on it. You put it together. I trust you. So it's a different motor. The combustion is really kind of taking place in the cylinders. We've never run one of these or broken one in. It's tight as hell." I said, "Let's just keep the hose running on low in the radiator, and it shouldn't crack your block because it's hot out. And even though the hose is colder, it's not freezing cold. And we'll bring it up a little bit at a time, and we'll just keep checking it and putting our hands on it and being around it. And it took a while, and we shut it off, and we let it settle, and then we did it again, and it took quite a while. And then eventually it ran fine after that. It did. And then you can close the radiator cap, and it was fine. Never killed the cam or anything. He had it in his 64 Impala. Was that the one? That was still a hardtop, yeah. Yeah, that car was coming nice, and he sold it. Yeah, it's been a long time ago. Hey, Wayne, dilly! So, yeah, you missed the snow removal. Wayne, you missed the shorts in the beginning with the big equipment snow removal in the 1950s and 60s. He was probably there. Wayne was probably actually there when that was going on, filming it. Just kidding. Yeah, that was good with the big cat loaders and stuff. And then you might have missed the Pinto short I just did. He goes, let's hit the like button for watch. Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, why not? It's cheap. Doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, that was fun. I just wanted to grab that off of the web and just have some fun with that. But we'll see what I turn up. There's some other stuff I had, but I'm like, no, I wanted to chill out and rest for a little while after work tonight. I was working on some other stuff. Let me show you guys a little bit what I was working on. Oh, by the way, let me just show you this part. Let's see, where am I? I have to put this back here. That is what? Let me see where I am. I'll put this on the right monitor. The right monitor. Yeah. The snow problem, 1960s. Let's see, hold on. What did it do? Okay. What did they do? They did an ad here, too? Probably, yeah. Here, let me show you this. I was able to toggle. How did I do that? Yeah, this is the toggle to get it out of the way. And then I have to do this, though, for the right monitor. So I put out that video on the orbs and stuff. Well, we did a live 2 weeks ago, and that actually did well. It was like over 2,000 views. But probably nobody watched it. They just clicked on it. But I was talking about that company called Anduril. And I was showing their website and all of the UAVs that they make and everything. Well, wouldn't you know, Reuters put out an article, right? Because of all these orbs and UAVs. This is Reuters, and it says here, Palantir and Anduril. Anduril was the company that I was showing on the video. So I had the live video, and then I did a recorded video, and I showed Anduril stuff. And they joined forces with tech groups to bid for Pentagon contracts. Oh, look at that, right? So what is some of this display going on that we see? It has a lot to do with that. I'm not saying it's completely to do with that, but I think it's just interesting that while all these UAV things are going on, Anduril and Palantir join forces for Pentagon contracts, right? Go figure. And so who are these? So you could read this, but... And by the way, what's his name's brother? SpaceX dude, whatever the hell his name is. His brother has a company that sports some very nice UAVs. Let me come back. So I just wanted to show that before I forget. Let me close that out. So who is Palantir? Well, Palantir, they were a company, just so you know. So you guys know J.D. Vance. Well, J.D. Vance, he was the understudy to Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel is J.D. Vance's mentor, and that's the guy that basically runs Palantir. And Palantir and its technologies, well, they were also behind all of these certifications and everything that was supposed to be mandatory during the lockdowns and the CVD years, so you could get your CVID pass, right, and be mandatory and connected to your bank account. And so you could not only just get on an airplane, but you could then shop in your local store and go to your bank and yeah. So they're all in on this nonsense. This is all the J.D. Vance, Mr. Wonderful, right? Well, again, Peter Thiel was his big shot that he looked up to. So I don't trust any of these people. I don't trust. The deeper you go, like this guy Vivek Ramaswamy, he had a medical company that he made a fortune on by plugging people's arms with stuff that wound up screwing up and killing a lot of people that didn't work. Oh, funny how that happens, right? How are these people just not in jail? I don't understand. But this is just such a bizarro world. And now they're flying all this stuff all over the place. And that's not even the tip of the iceberg. So I'll get away from that. You know, you don't want to touch that too long because it's so hot. Oh, God. The deeper you look. And I can't cover that here. This isn't the channel for it. Because I can't say what I want to say. You know, I can't say it the way I want to say it. I can't really go really deep and really point fingers, you know. But I had called out a lot of that on that video that I did. And lo and behold, right? Now, I'm not saying some of this isn't weirder than that. No, actually, some of this technology that you see out there, by the way, is ours. It is the divisions of the military, and the engineers and the scientists have been working on this kind of stuff since the 40s, the Manhattan Project, actually. Some of this technology, the plasma technology and things of this nature, this was actually proved out mathematically. I guess in some ways, not only were they working on it, but they bumped into it when they were working on the Manhattan Project, because a lot of this stuff is very similar. There's 0-point energy and everything. There's a difference between ionized energy and non-ionizing energy. So what they were really obviously into during the Manhattan Project was ionizing energy. And I think they were pretty successful with that. But they were also looking at the non-ionizing, which is about magnetic plasma containment, 0-point energy, ethereal energy, which is something that Tesla himself had talked about and worked out the science for that. So all of this stuff, it could actually be stuff that we're seeing and they're showing it off and they're having fun right now. They could also be, the other thing that I didn't quite put together, which I was thinking about the other day, when Mr. Putin was shooting those missiles over, by the way, we're making the missiles that our friend over there in the Ukraine is shooting into Russia. We're making those missiles and he's shooting them over into our arch enemies, supposedly. And then Mr. Putin fires back one of these high Mach missiles, right? Well, two interesting things. Mr. Putin had made a comment that goes, well, you don't really need nukes when you have missiles like this. Yeah, because you can't stop them. They actually create a plasma, it's like a plasma shield in front of them. It goes out in front of the missile because at those Mach speeds, if you didn't have that, you'd burn the missile up in a heartbeat. It would just catch on fire in the front and then the whole missile would blow up. But when you have missile technology like that, you don't need ionizing radiation. The kinetic energy alone of a missile like that hitting something is huge. Then with a little warhead, a few or 2 or 3 on top of it, they don't have to be very big. And they're really accurate, and you can't stop them. So there you go, right? And we have something very similar. So what if they tried to fire that stuff over this way? Well, what would you do about it? Well, one way, I mean, you have technology to stop it, but you want to know that it's happening. How are you going to stop it because it's moving so fast? Well, if you have a kind of a drone that has very particular technology and you can keep them up flying for hours all over the place, especially in areas that are sensitive, like New Jersey, where the Picatinny, Arms is, and many of other places like that, and military bases, which, by the way, the perimeter areas of some of these military bases, the Chinese own farmland right there, right? Maybe that has something to do with it, but I digress. Oh, let's see. Tony says saying hi. Let's see what Tony. What's up, Tony? Are you here? Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, my brother. All right. So hold on. I'll come back in a minute. I'm coming back. Anyway, there's Tom Dobie. Let's see. Let me catch up. Let's see. LT1, 40970, a couple of years. Wait. Bravo says, I had that at 409 in my 71 Camaro for a couple of years. Really? Holy cow, that thing was a torque. They are torque monsters. Wayne says the dilly dilly. W motor design for trucks, torquey. Yeah, they definitely were. And in the boats, you needed that kind of torque for sure. But they raced them, and they did pretty good on the racetrack. So, but you know what? You're going to race any big motor, any motor you can get your hands on that's big. You know, I think the 454, really the 396 with the canted valves, is really the winner. You know, it really is a great design for naturally aspirated. You know, until you start putting blowers and stuff on, and that changes things a little bit. Let's see. Ken says, Arch, what are those cancer sticks? Virginia Slims? No. I'm just keep relighting. They're actually they're from the Indians upstate, the Senecas, right? There's no additives or shit in them. Hold on. So I still have this pack from like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Yeah, my brother was up. I'm like, every time you come up, like, why don't you buy cigarettes and I'll give you, because he lives down south. So he bought a pack of these Marlboros, and I said to him, I'm like, smell this cigarette. Right? He goes, he smells it, right? It just smells like crap. It really doesn't have a smell. And then I'm like, smell this. Because you guys can't. We don't have smell-o-vision. I'm like, smell one of these. He went, ooh. I said, yeah. I said, this is tobacco. This is some other crap, right, that the FDA and the Congress, along with Philip Morris, figured out how to stick in here, right, and give to the American public and tax the F out of it. This is a cigarette with tobacco in it. This is garbage. Yep, fire retardant in it and stuff, and horrible. Let's see what Big Mike says. Hold on. What's Big Mike saying? He goes, hope everyone's Christmas was good. Yeah, well, you want to see? Wait, hold on. Oh, let me see if I can get it to play. Can I blow it up? Hold on. How do I blow it up? No, I don't think I can get it blowed up. That's Big Mike! Don't laugh. He actually looks like that. All right, like he doesn't wear red generally, but that's what he looks like Santa now. Santa! Oh my God! Yeah. And Happy New Year. Yep. Oh, unbelievable. Let me come back. Oh, let me put this back. Hold on. I like this better. Split screen chat is much more fun. Dilly dilly. And we go, let's hit that like button. On. We got no snow here in southern Ontario. Yeah, because it is southern. You'll get it. There's stuff coming. And says, one of those cancer sticks. He goes, Wayne says, yep. Remember back in the day, walking up a hill 4 feet in snow in my pajamas. Yep, both ways. Uphill both ways to school and back. Uphill, both ways. Let's see. 4 feet school only delayed 1 hour. Yeah. Blizzard of 7. I remember the blizzard of 77. I think it was 77 here. Was it, Ken? Was it 77, 78? Was up to the roof. Lined with snow blowing off in Lake Erie. Yeah, I know upstate New York, it was up to the roof. Not down here. It was, we had an ice storm down here and we lost power and it was a horror. We couldn't stay in the house. We had to go live with friends for a couple of weeks. My father he stayed in the city and I went to live with my mom and friends in the area that they still had power. Basically, my follower came home for a little while. He dumped antifreeze in all the toilets, did a few things, and we closed the house and walked away. It was too cold. Shut the water off, dump antifreeze in the toilet. The house was useless, right? Because we didn't have any kind of wood burning stove or anything in the house. There was no fireplace, anything like that. Some of the homes had fireplaces. This one doesn't. I kind of wanted to put a fireplace in. It does not have a fireplace. Although the burner is old. Like there's actually a wood a tray in there where if you really needed to, you could put coal in it. You could probably burn wood too, but then you're going to crap up the whole flue and everything. But that's not a big deal. If you do what you got to do. He says, buses had changed. Yeah, I remember that. Remember Skitchin? Bro, says, where I live, everything totally shuts down for 2 inches of snow threat, whether it snows actually or not. Tar Heel says, hey, Arch. Wayne says, drone situation basically comes down to data collection of all conversations with data being put through a quantum computer to break down the cryptographic information, which is then sold back to us. Sold to other people and then sold back to us. Yes. And then not only that, and they charge, because it's done with our tax money, they charge us to do it first, and then they manage to sell it and make money. They didn't pay anything for it because we paid for it. And then when they gather it all up, then they sell it and they make money, and then eventually it comes back to us and it costs us again. Something to that effect, right? Something like that. He goes, breaking news, aircraft crash in South Korea, right? There's always an aircraft crash somewhere. Was that the one with the passenger trying to open the door while in flight? Yeah, let me out. I want to get out. There was one I was watching, because like sometimes I watch like the weird stuff. And there was one where the co-pilot, was it the co-pilot or the pilot was coming into land? And then he came in over like a mountainous region and he's getting straight. And you can actually see the tower has him on footage. And he's trying to tell the tower, he's asking the tower for some clearance and everything. And then he's trying to tell the tower that either the pilot or the co-pilot had left the airplane. And I forget how he was saying it, but the tower wasn't understanding. He's like, no, he will not be landing with us. He's already landed. And the tower's like, what are you talking about? He's like, well, he exited the airplane a little ways back. He's no longer on the... He's like, well, what do you mean? He opened up the back thing and he ran out without a parachute. He's not going to be coming in with us. So you might want to go send something out there to go pick him up. Yeah, he's splattered on the ground. I don't know why. They didn't. It's just one of those like videos on like kind of like weird stuff that's true, instead of the weird stuff that you're like, I don't know if that's any good. All right, so fellas, what do you think? Hold on. Can you hear it? I'm getting nauseous. Am I making you guys nauseous? Do you hear anything? Nothing, right? I think I got all the bugs out of it. And, well, not just the bugs, how to suck the farts out of the back of it. It still has a creak or two, right? And I can fix that. But it actually this was an expensive chair. See, I can sit cross-legged in it. And I can't have any side rests to do this, right? Or to relax or whatever. So I made, you can't see them, but I made these wood side rests. Or bracing, and I might make another set of them to make them nicer. I made them out of plywood as well, and I had to rip open a section back here along the side in order to get in, and also to reinforce this. And then I also got in a section down here to get the lubricant in. I put in tri-film, I think is what stinks. So that's like a lubricant and a penetrant. And then I went back, kind of got it in real good, wiped everything down, let it do its thing, worked on the rest of the chair, did a few things, getting it stronger. And then I came back with chain wax. And I think, so my signature chair is broken now, fellas. Because I'm probably better known for my squeaky chair than any of my videos. And you don't hear nothing. So both of these chairs are pretty quiet. I'm going to get out that other little crook that you hear next time I have my welder out. I mean, it's still going to make a little bit of noise because this isn't really the right microphone to be using, for a live show. You're supposed to have a better microphone than that. It's just too sensitive. Let's see. Drone situation, crash in Korea. So yeah, what was the one with the passenger trying to open the door while in flight? Yeah, right. There was another one. Now you can't. I don't think you can do any of that. They while you're in flight, they're pretty much locked down. You have to hit the emergency thing. I don't know. I don't remember what they said about that. It's not as easy as it used to be. Because while you're in flight, it's not like it's an emergency door like open while in flight, right? If the wheels touch down on the ground or the wings hit the ground and the plane is not on fire and everybody's dead, well, then you should be able to open it. But while you're up in the air, there should be safety locks to prevent that from happening. You would never want... Oh, my God, what a night. Remember that one where the whole top of the airplane came off? What was it, like a DC-9 or whatever it was? That was one of those Himalayan... Not Himalaya. One of those other airlines, right? And the whole top ripped off. Oh, God. And people got sucked out. And when it landed, the people were like, you could see them. It looked like a convertible. They're sitting in their chair, strapped in, and it's just that. It's like a deck with wings and jet engines and just the people right out there. Oh, my God, that must have been a crazy flight. They should go back and find out, like, if those people are still around. And you'd want to write a book on something like that. So I wanted to show you guys some stuff. Let me see. Let me come up. So chair is kind of fixed, I think. Let me put this out. Save my clip for later. And what was the other thing I wanted to show you guys? Let me move this. Let me cue it up. Oh, who's dinging me? Let's see. Oh, Ken. Where did Ken send? Hold on. See if I got to go this way, right? Yeah, that's better. Ken said something. Let's see. Nice. Where's he going to fall over? Yeah. Oh, wait. Slow-mo. Nice. Can I make this bigger? Yeah, hold on. Let me start this way. Maybe we can start this way. Oh, wait. Well, that's good enough. I'll try to get it. Hold on. Let it do it again. Nice. See, he's not falling far, though. So that's a very similar chair to this chair, by the way, except so all of my chairs, like this chair here is like more like a lab chair. Because in like labs in like universities and in, chemical labs or whatever, all of my bench heights are basically set that way. They're all really meant to be stood at, and they range, well, generally right between 30 and 36 inches is where you would want that. But the average for me is about 33 to 35. They're all very similar. And those are the worktop heights that I like. So this desk that I built, along with all the other things, it's somewhere in that neighborhood. So there's an extension piece on this chair, because I didn't make this chair in that height. And this chair here is actually the correct height. Where is it? You can't really see it. But this is a lab chair. So it comes with the big shock absorber, and it has the ring on the bottom so you can put your feet. And then, of course, they're taller than, let's say, like a bar stool. But a bar stool or regular stools, which I have here as well, they're a little shorter. And what's kind of neat about that is you can kind of get a little closer to your work. So this is not an office chair. Which, you could buy one and then do what I did and weld a piece of tube on the bottom of it or make an extension piece. Breaking news, aircraft crash in South Korea. Yeah. So funny. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Let me cue this up. What did I want to show you guys? I don't remember now. Oh, I know what it is. Hold on. Let me go find it. Is it on this camera? That camera? Yeah, it's on this camera, I think. Speaking of snow. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Speaking of snow and cool things, well, I think it's cool. One I took as a thumbnail Let's see. There we go. I gotta make sure the audio comes on. Oh, the two monsters. Oh, the boys. Aren't they nice? Yeah, they haven't been run. So this one I made last year. That one I made a bunch of years ago, and I have a parts machine for it, but they haven't been used really. It hasn't really snowed. Anyway, it's almost Christmas, and, well, it's time to move some stuff around. I might as well get them out, and I gotta make a little room in the garage to shove them away, and I've been pulling them out of the shed. Oh, let me go. It's getting nasty out. Yeah, it was cold that day. Oh, is there something next? Yeah, I got everything in. Oh, you can tell. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the 8 to 6. Just a little bit too much stuff, but good enough. I even got a chance to run the Honda over the lawn in the back. It's getting nicer. So this guy I'm going to get to very soon. This one hasn't really been watched all that much. Well, it's only, I was just checking, 9 months ago I did this. This thing's awesome. It really is. This guy, we got to do a couple things to this if I can get a chance. I got to take some of the hooding off and get to the carburetor and tune it a little bit more. And maybe I can make something to get to the carburetor set screws better. It's the idle circuit that I got to get to. This is we're starting to work on these the other day. They're not bad, right? I think we can do something with them. You know, one, we got extra parts. I got to fix Juan's friend. That's coming up. And the other thing I was thinking is, too, we can also try to run these on an alternate fuel. But I think the better candidate would be that big Briggs-powered machine out there. These are 3500s. Yeah, there's still possibilities, fellas. I mean, you know, maybe just make one. Maybe we can make that one work from parts of the two or something. First, like I said, we got to get Juan's going. We're gonna, either way, if we get it running, you know, we'll deal with that another day. This guy's ready to go. This guy's ready to go. The big guy's ready to go. I can access the plow and snow throw if need be. And I'll get to clean up the rest of it. I'm glad I was able to clean up the outside, but really I got to stay on this. So there's a mess in here. I got all the parts here. Yeah. I'm going to go through that tomorrow. Kind of get back on this and just clear it out of the way. But it's in great shape so far. I mean, it's clean. We are going to paint it. The paint came in. I got the parts in. We'll go through that. It's a nice motor. So 75 pounds both cylinders. We got to do the valves next. I got to get some more specs on it. That's all done. She's in pretty good shape. We got all the parts I need. I think the belts, everything. It doesn't really need much. It just needs love now. And I ordered an aftermarket carburetor, so we got to check all that. Yeah, sure that's okay. All good to go. All right, I got to get out of here. All right, let me shut this off. All right, so how did I do that again? Back to here. Okay, well, we got that shut off. Let me make sure that I mute that. I don't really need to mute it, but I don't want any feedback. Yeah, so I got almost all of that done. I ran it up. I think I sent the clip to Ken and the customer, and he was happy that I'm working on it. It runs really good. I went over the aftermarket carburetor. I had to drill the jet. The jet came a little bit smaller, a few thousand smaller, and you can kind of hear it in the video. I don't know if you'd hear it if I played it tonight, but as you rev it up, I hear it struggling and straining. It doesn't do like a flat spot, but you can hear it, and that's without a load. So you don't want that. So I brought the carburetor, the new carburetor's jet size within as close as I could to the original jet size. And that's running good. I did the valves. I replaced the ignition coils. It had a bad coil. All of that'll eventually come out. I don't know if anybody will really watch it because the right, like the Sunstar and a lot of other stuff that I like to work on, it's kind of esoteric. I really like that machine, that big right. It is just such a nice machine. It's just built so well. Everything is either 1/8. There's some quarter on there. There's some 3/16. I'm not sure what gauge it is. This steel is super heavy. Everything is just made so damn tough. It's a tank. And the 15 horsepower, what is it? Kawasami kind of sucky motor. You know, that's I think that one was even made in the United States. Like I pulled the valve cover off and it said made in U.S. I don't know if the whole motor is. It is an older one. I want to go to the split screen. I like that. All right, now it's just a click away. I have it set up so that it's just a click away. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, you guys aren't chatting. Yeah, so that's... Oh, yeah, no, wait, hold on. I got to scroll down. Hold on. Let me catch up. I got to scroll. It doesn't auto-scroll. That it does not do. Why does it not? I like the Restream because the Restream, it kind of auto-scrolls, but what it really does is it puts the most recent one on top automatically. At least when you're... That seems to be like, especially when you're in Restream and you're broadcasting, it seems to do that. I wasn't paying attention if it did that, like as I was watching it today. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. But when you're in Restream itself, it does that. It puts the most current one up top. I like Restream. It's just the audio is messed up because they gave you more control. This is my logic. So there is some automatic settings that you can apply to your audio when you choose your audio. So if you're going on Restream, yes, you can add auto leveling. There's an advanced tab. You can expand that down if I remember. I don't remember from last week. You can do some noise cancellation. Probably a good idea. But when you're on Restream, especially if you're the host, you get a volume control for everybody. And my guess would be is that when you have some manual adjustment, you're giving up some automatic controls, like the automatic leveling and compression. And my guess would be is what I would want to try is next time I do it is I'm going to put my headset on. And Ken, you could try this. Put your headset on, open up an instance in your browser of you live as everyone else would see it. It will be in a delay, so you won't really be able to speak much. But then you could actually hear you and everyone else. It'll be in a delay, but you'll be able to hear everything as someone else would be hearing it instead of just listening in through your broadcast. Listen in the 15-second delay or whatever it is, but then you'll actually be able to hear everybody. And then maybe I'm thinking we could adjust volumes and stuff a little bit better and tweak them because then you're really going to hear what somebody is hearing. And then you speak a little bit, it will be in a delay, and you can kind of do the comparison. And then you could mute it and come back to, your regularly scheduled programming. And I like what you did a couple of times throughout the show. You did sort of, all right, let's do levels, especially on your show, because people are coming in that may have never been on a live before. Everybody's using different equipment. That one fella seemed real nice, but his shop was really echoey. And I didn't get his live channel. Somebody should have put up a link. I went looking for it and I found some other dude's channel. So I'm not sure what his name is. So hopefully he'll come back next week. Or if anybody has a link, you can send it to me in my email or whatever. But everybody's got a little something different. Brett is the lowest one there. But if you bring everybody down to Brett, I think you did that later on because I was out in the shop wandering around. I came back. And I'm like, what happened? I can't hear anybody. And all of the levels had dropped. So I had to crank up my amp, on the speakers here so I could hear it. I'm like, thank God there's no commercials because if a commercial came on, it would be really loud. You'd be like, whoa, because I was really loud. That one fellow was yelling at me. What the hell was he saying? Hold on, let me see what he's saying. He was yelling at me from when I was on last week. Let me see if I can find him. I'm going to find him because he was yelling at me. It's good to be yelled at. Hold on. I don't want it to make sounds. It won't make a sound. All right. Let's see. That was on my live. And that was this one. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, because I didn't really set levels. So where is he? Did you put a comment? What happened? What did you do? Take it down? Why don't I see the comment now? I guess he took it off. Yeah, now I don't see it. There's no comments? Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was... he commented. Oh, well. He might have removed it. Because I told him, I said, look, it says test. What do you want from me? It says test. I've never done this before. I never did it on that thing. I have no idea. He's like, you got a high gain mic and how dare you? Do you know what it's like watching on a TV and what makes you think you can scream into the microphone? Because that's how I am. I'm that kind of a person. I scream and I yell and I get excited and I'm animated. Right? That's how I'm like this all the time, except for maybe like right before I go to bed, maybe. Or maybe when I first wake up for the first 10 minutes before I have coffee. You know? How dare you scream? You should not be. I know, I'm punished for having good equipment. You should not be. Well, it's the only mic I have. That was like $250. If you want to buy me another microphone for $250 that's more appropriate, I'd be more than happy to take that. I'm not shy. You know? So I get in trouble. Arch, he's no good. Gotta get rid of him. And that chair. He's got to get rid of that chair. Oh, get rid of the chair. Now that I get rid of the chair, like I'm no longer the guy with the chair, with the squeaky chair. So there went my moniker, right? That's like my badge of honor. Like more people probably know me for my squeaky chair than any of my videos. Now I don't have a squeaky chair. And they're like, I don't know who Arch is. Is he an imposter? What happened? Who's that guy, Arch? The guy with the squeaky chair. I don't know anybody named Arch with a squeaky chair. Let's see. Let me catch up. Let's see. Trifle. Oh, yeah. Wait. Wait. I missed it. Oh, I got to catch up. So, February. Okay. Hold on. Let's see. That ain't Santa. It's alien disguise. Hold on. We'll go. I got to really catch up. Let's see. Conspiracy. Okay, so there's Rob. He goes, hello, conspiracy theorists. And he goes, TJ. He goes, hi, TJ. He goes, hi, Arch. Wayne says, funny how science fiction and conspiracy seem to end up being truthful in many instances. I know. Even Elon Musk said that. He's like, we need more conspiracy theories because pretty much all the other ones came true. I know, it's bad. Tom, don't ruin the stream. He goes, because Tom says, can we talk about lawn care? Yeah, I would love to talk about lawn care. Like, I don't have a lawn unless, actually, no. What'll happen is for the next couple of days, what's interesting is the next couple of days with all this rain and everything, I guarantee you my lawn will start to get green again. Yep. Before the cold, frigid, cold air comes and destroys it again. Okay, Tom says, aha. He goes, Wayne goes, Tom, I guess no drones in your area. He goes, nope. Because there's nothing to see. There's nothing down there. It's, you know. He goes, they have to be up here where all the crap is happening. Maybe it's a release of some new video, Arch video. It's like, it's a release of a new Tom Dolby video. Then the drones will be out. He goes, Wayne goes, Super B, loved it. Wish I still had it. Yeah, that would be nice. And he goes, Wayne goes, none here either, but in a few days, the new moon, big problems then. Yeah. Tom goes, hey, the chair sounds better. I know, right? Tar Heels there. You go, sorry, I missed the live last evening, mate. Tom D, TGM laugh out loud. Wayne says, that ain't Santa. It's alien in disguise. I know. Jamie here goes, Marlboros have chemicals to make the smoker a cigarette addict. That's actually true. There is a chemical. I don't remember the name of it, but they put in all kinds of, it's actually an addictive chemical that Philip Morris put in there to make them even more like addictive, right? That's horrible. God knows whatever else. He says, biggest snow I'd ever seen. Steve Small Engines, he goes, blizzard of 96 was worse. Yeah, we had a few of them. And there was one year, too, here on the island where it was like every couple of weeks, it was like another 1.5 feet. Then it was 6 inches. Then it was freezing cold. Then it would get wet. Then it would rain. And then it would be a foot of snow. And I was like, oh, my God. I remember that, too, because my daughter, hi, Christina, was dating this guy, this young fellow. And I had this fight with this ass, right? Because he goes, well, it's our anniversary. I'm like, bro, like there's like foot of snow. I'm not a well person. Can like somebody help me shovel a little bit so maybe when you come back, I won't be dead and frozen out in the yard from an effing heart attack. Like, I mean, that happened to my uncle, by the way. He was out there shoveling before his son could get home from the city because he was like retired. And he had another heart attack and he was out without, oxygen to the brain. And then after he survived it, but after that, he had serious brain damage. They had to basically eventually put him in a home and he died. He'd wander off and he didn't know who his wife was. I'm like, so this kid starts yelling, giving me a hard time. I don't even want to think about it. I was not happy with this young fella at all. I'm thinking to myself, first of all, I'm like a cool dad, right? I think I'm a cool person. My ex-wife had a piece of crap for her father, right? So my father-in-law was an ass. I wished I had a father-in-law like me. I'd be hanging out with that guy all the time, working on cars, doing whatever, playing music. These kids don't know what to say to me. They're like, ugh. I'm like, I am probably the coolest father-in-law. You're a pussy. Sorry. Oh my God. I remember that. All this snow everywhere. I'm like, you youngins have no effing heart. You have to just do what you have to do. That's right. Don't ever think about maybe changing your plans a little bit to help out us older folks or divert your attention to something a little bit more important. They're all such narcissists. I'm so angry. So angry. He goes, Mike goes, ouch. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. I know, right, Mike? Mike's got like 11 grandkids or something like that. How many grandkids, Mike? How many grandkids you have? Oh, if that was me, I would have a heart attack if they went out of line. I would be just firing down on them all the time. Rain, hellfire, constantly. If I constantly saw that behavior, I am not tolerating that. Nope. Oh, God. Anyway, he goes uphill both ways backwards and barefoot. Jamie O goes. He goes, Ken says, February 5th, 1978. Yeah, because I was in like 8th grade. And Tario says, our blizzard was March of 93, biggest snow I'd ever seen. Blizzard 96 was worse. Tario says, around my area, if it flurries, they call school off. He goes, hello, Steve. Ken says, no noises. Yeah, no noises. There's no noises on the chair. Wayne says, must have used some Slick 50 to quiet that chair down. Tario says, how's the weather there, Steve? Ken says, get a Chase Lounge, Arch. I have one outside. It's over in the junk pile, though. Yeah, did I tell you guys the other story? So when I was looking to move, right? He goes, 11, yeah. And Big Mike says, 11, and they're all in my house right now. Oh, that's cool. But, oh, yeah, but you best be obeying my rules, you youngins. Okay, I don't have a lot of rules. So this is like, I'm like really pretty much selling a lot of stuff. I really wanted, my brother had a place for me, and I really kind of want to go down there, but I didn't want to leave my daughter up here. Anyway. So Elizabeth loves my Chase Lounges. I have these, they're mine, and they're out there on the lawn. And she says to me once, I'm over there one day, and she's making me something to eat, and then she kind of just like looks at me, and you know how women get. She goes, so, when you leave, can I get dibs on your lounge chairs? And I was like, oh, you bitch. You said that's what this is all about. All of this, that's what this is about, right? Oh, I was so mad at her. I'm like, here I am. I'm not well. I'm leaving you. We haven't talked in over 6 years. Suddenly we talk again, and I'm getting ready to leave, and I'm not well. And what you're thinking about is my lawn chairs. I was furious. I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad. She's like, hey, a girl's got to do what she's got to do. I'm like, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I know. If I pass away, I bet you Big Mike will be over here knocking on, because he met my ex-wife. He'll be knocking on the door going, Arch said that I could have his Sunstar. I get to have his Sunstar collection. I got to pick up my other Sunstar. Yep. Right, Mike? You'll be fighting over stuff with young Mike, right? Oh, my God. I can see it right now. Must have used some Slick 50. How's the weather there, Steve? Kenny goes, get a Chase Lounge, raining. Johnny Rose says, Triflow, the best smelling penetrant on the planet. Croyle is pretty good, though. And TGM's this morning. Oh, I know. He's so far behind over there on the left coast. Well, he's on the full right coast. He's way on the other right coast, across the pond. Wayne says, BG Ion Activator Penetrating Oil is the best. We'll have to try that. Tar Heel says, I can barely hear you, Arch. I'm here. I'm not that far away. I'm in the red. You got to turn your thing up. Because I'm in, my VU meter is mostly orange, so that's up to negative 10 dB, and it tickles the red, which is just under negative 5 dB, so that's enough. That's about, spec. You can't go any louder than that. If you do, it'll just distort. Like if I go like this, it gets really bad. So, see, Wayne says, Tar Heel, turn up your volume loud and clear here in Canada. Dilly dilly. Brett says, he goes, Wayne, it's a joke. Oh, he goes, I can hear him outside in my truck with the phone in the house. Nice, nice. Good one. That is funny. That's funny. Hi, folks. I fell for it, too. And Steve says, hi, Brett. And he goes, hello, SDWB. Happy New Year to everyone. Got to go finish blower working on night shift today. Wow. Yeah, I worked a little bit late, too. Taro says, Steve, how's Mrs. Saloon doing? Triflow. Oh, the memories. Yeah, Peter Will goes, pretty sure I don't have any left from more than 30 years ago. Still have some Duralube, though, Peter says. Brett says the 826. Yes, that was the 826. And he goes, howdy, Brett. Wayne says, that Toro snowblower, good for chucking walnuts at Gravely Man's. You know, it's so funny because my walnut tree did not produce both of them. They did not produce walnuts again this year. Yeah, because that's what happens, right? I pick up those, and the same thing with the tractors too. If they pick even my regular Honda lawnmower, if it picks up one of those walnuts, or even the dead ones that the squirrels dig up and they don't want, so they just leave them. And he goes, Brett says, hello, Mr. Dobie. Is that the right? Yeah, that's the right. That's the right. Yeah, I'll show a little bit more of it. Taurus says, guys, later. Later, Steve. Let's see. Later, Steve. Okay. I doubt it, Brett. Taurus says, he's probably in bed. Sorry, Steve. Ken says, the kids still watch us in our 60s outside shoveling snow. I know, right? Get outside. They're all in bed till noon. Sometimes. Arch, no disclaimer today? No disclaimer today. What's the disclaimer? What's my disclaimer? Sometimes I miss stuff. Like, that's what Big Mike says. He goes, I say stuff to you sometimes and it goes right over your head. I told you, my friends used to call me an idiot savant. You know, it's 2:48 a.m. in the UK. Wow. That's early. You're up early. Holy cow. I can't get up that early. I'm usually going to bed around 2:48. Let's see, what time is it? Hold on. Let me see where we are. Let me get rid of the Ford Pinto commercial and the snow thing and the speed test. And get rid of all of that. We don't need that. I actually upped my stream settings again today. I'm pushing it. It's like over 7,000 kilobits per second. You know, that's like 7 megabits per second. YouTube wants like 50 something, 5,000 something. Yeah, they're like, we don't recommend anything above that. I'm like, I don't recommend anything below that. Let's see, current viewers. Yeah, an hour 20. All right, good. So I'm gonna stay to like an hour 30. I don't want to do a 2-hour inning today. I'm tired. I got to get up early. I want to do. Let me see the weather real quick. I know it's raining now, but let me just see. As I'm trying to plan. Well, one, I got to wash the dog again because the dog crapped in the house and laid on it again after I just washed him twice. So tomorrow, yeah. So well, there we go. So it was supposed to be sunny tomorrow, but it will be 56 and it looks like it might rain. I'm not really seeing a big difference. Let me see here. 9 a.m. to maybe 10 or 11. It might rain, and then maybe after 11, yeah, I'm seeing possible sun or partial cloud. So if it's not raining tomorrow, then I got to take that big hunk of iron off my table. I want to bring up that snowblower, and I want to fix it. I think it needs, I think I'm just going to try, because Ken always says, he says, when it's true, when those older Takumi powered snowblowers, when they get older, it doesn't, I mean, they're all old now. You got to replace that diaphragm, you know, the push button diaphragm for the blower primer. You have to replace it. Even if it feels like it's moving, you should just replace it because they're older engines. Those carburetors do need a lot of sort of flooding out. You remember those carburetors sit real low and then, you know, the carburetor is here and then the tube and it does a right angle and it comes always all the way up and it kind of does another right angle. To get one of those things started, and TJ has the same problem with his, they're hard to start unless you want to start shooting ether underneath, but you really shouldn't have to do that. So I'm going to replace that push button. I should have done it when I was fooling around with it the first time. Replace that, check the carburetor, make sure everything is okay while I'm in there, put it back. I've already gone over that machine, so it really just needs to fix that. And I don't think I have a starter motor for it. I don't really want to buy one either because, like, I own it now, so whatever I put into it, I don't know what I'm going to get back. And the problem is that this is the end of December, so by the time I put that up for sale, it'll be right after January. We've had a little bit of snow, but where I live, it might sell, it might not sell. If you put a low price on it, it'll sell, but then I don't make anything. You know, I don't know. I got to think about it. He goes, they're all in my house. Lawn chairs. Yeah, buddy. Tractor's mine. Yeah. He goes, yup. He goes, just got the new plunger on mine. Yeah. That in the carb, $24 Amazon. Yeah. Yeah. So I have plungers. I have those push button things here. I have a bunch of them. I don't know why I didn't put it on when I was in there. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. But Ken's right. You should just be prophylactic. You got one of those. One comes in. You have to pull, the air box off. You want to go through the carburetor. Cha-ching. I like to go through the ignition system anyway. Because they get rusty and crappy and birds' nests or mice nests or rats' nests or whatever the hell. There's always something in there. So it should just be done. And replace the tube and all of that. So let me go do that. And then I can put it all back together and get it for sale. And I don't know if I can always put a starter motor in it. That's easy. But I want to do it, and I just want to show going through that. So it's nice if I have it in here. It's going to be raining most of the week, so it needs to come in. And then as soon as that's done, I can bring the right back. But what I was thinking is if I leave it outside, I can just kind of run out there with the wire wheel and my little Scotch-Brite zingy pad and just hit some of those rust areas. I mean, I already blew them off with the pressure washer, but I'd like to hit them quick, just clean the machine off, maybe put a little bit of my phosphoric acid on those spots, rinse it off, and then bring it back in. Cover over the engine because everything is good there, so cover that over with a tarp or a garbage bag or something. And just do that. I could even do it in the rain. It'd be 50-something degrees. It could even be done in the rain. And then bring it in. And when it dries off, then I can paint it. And I'm not ready to paint it now anyway because I still got to do the belts. I got to do some pulleys. I got to do a bunch of other things to them. So that's a lot for the next couple of days. And we have a few days of warm weather. And then it's back down to like in the 20s again. So I got to get all that done. Now, let's see. Let me catch up with you guys. Don't change it, Arch. It's perfect. And the squeaky chair and the Arch signature fixed. I know, but it's been done already, Brett. It's done. What's done is done. He goes, is Tom still here? He goes, I doubt it, Brett. He's probably in bed. Yeah. The kids watching on the 60 shoveling snow. They're all in bed till noon. 2:48. Not suitable for all audience. Oh, yes, the disclaimer. Yeah, hold on. I'll do that in a minute. Let me set that up. He goes, not suitable for all audiences. Freaking pouring down here right now all night. Wow. I haven't been to sleep yet. Wow. My old Craftsman fired up 2 pulls yesterday. Sweet. Yeah, Ken says, yeah, be prophylactic. And he goes, no, Arch, that's a condom. I know. Wait, hold on. Wait. I got to squeak. Oh! Everybody loves their own brand. Wafting. Whoa, I think I ripped the chair, fellas. Oh, my God. I'm getting like my dog. I think I just shit on my own chair. Oh, now I get to sit in it. Nice. That's what my dog does. He craps, and then it comes out his butt. How does it get underneath his stomach? See, I don't understand that. So that's telling me that secretly, after he dumps on the floor, he looks around, makes sure we're not around, and then he walks over it and lays down on top of it. And then he gets mad at me when I push him and shove him off of it so I can reach in there and clean it because he's not going to get up. Oh, not suitable for all audiences. Hold on, I got to find that. That's a good one. Where is it? Oh, yeah, the warning. Wait, the warning. Hold on, I gotta have my headset on. You always gotta hear this stupid stuff that I do. Smell-o-vision. Is it on? Yeah, it's on.
Warning. Arch's Garage Live is not suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh, that's so not right. That is not right. All right, I'm going to head out. Someone stepped on a duck. I know. I'm going to head out. Yeah, where are we? Let's see. We're an hour 27:55. That's not bad. All right, fellas. Thanks for stopping in. And we'll be doing more stuff and have a really good New Year. I don't know what I'm gonna do for New Year. I'm probably not gonna do anything. I didn't do anything for Christmas or Thanksgiving really. Probably just hang out. I don't know. I actually have some video editing to do. I got to get to work. I got to go do video editing. You know what? Let me see. Can I put one of these things on like as an outro? Let me see if I can put an outro on. We'll put something on for like an outro. Hold on. We'll do outro. Hold on. New. Yeah. Let's put this on as the outro.